collective, my guys and goddesses, welcome to your babies, Getaways Tarot. What we say we want, we do we want, but what we won't be is disrespectful. Alright? I had to take a breather. Please be answers my highest light. Thank you. As we go into my guys and goddesses energy, I ask that you block all psych attack, all evil eye, return it back to sender, transmute, blessing, bliss. Let's give us a clear message that we need. A sign for the strong hedge protection around this energy. Thank you, my Orishas. Thank you, my angels. Thank you, my deceased loved ones, my highest light. And thank you, Holy Spirit, for sharing me. So I'm getting an Empress in reverse, Libra energy. Libra, who is somebody's trying to use materialistic. It's almost like somebody's trying to use material or someone's circumstances as a reference to someone's worth. Like, it's kind of like me. I don't know. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all seen the movie The Family That Prays, right? Where the daughter was talking so crazy to the mother only to find out that the mother was a millionaire. And she got dog walked simply because of how she treated other people. And was okay with that. She found out the man that she wanted didn't want her. The man that she had, she mistreated that. And the mother that she mistreated and the daughter that she mistreated really ended up being wealthy. So, and she did good deeds for people. Yeah. Surrounding air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, somebody's under an illusion. Yeah. A Gemini. Yeah. Gemini, Leo, 12th house, North Node energy. Somebody wants to go about something a certain way because what they took from somebody else, but it's almost like I'm gonna take what you work hard for, and then I'm gonna blow it up in your face and say that's how you really work. Like that's what somebody was on, but you're like, no matter what a person does or what somebody does, their circumstances or they're gonna have to change whatever the fuck they've been doing because something is just not gonna change. Somebody's still not gonna want them. Somebody's still doing good. No matter what somebody, it's kind of like somebody trying to find every little piece of a problem and amplify the situation. And you're like, I said what the fuck I said, bitch. Go on about your way now. Yeah. Maybe dealing with Sagittarius, 12th house North Node energy. Yeah. Somebody's a hidden enemy. Pisces, 12th house North Node. A Virgo, 12th house North Node energy got out of a situation. Yeah, we got fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, 12th house, North Node energy, water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody wanted to raise hell with Aquarius, 12th house, North Node energy due to some form of hidden communication, but an Empress in reverse is under some form of illusion about a Leo, 12th house, North Node energy. Scorpio, 12th house, North Node energy is not any Jupiter because they haven't learned a lesson about a Taurus, okay? And Capricorn, 12th house, North Node energy, remove some form of secret surrounding something being undisciplined with the Aries, okay? And something that was on social media surrounding the Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all right? Or astrology, okay? Something was surrounding the Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, okay? Something took place surrounding the Gemini and the Cancer. Okay, somebody wanted to clear something out because they feel like whatever somebody keeps doing to consistently make somebody feel like they're not worth having anything. This person is insecure. They're insecure. They wasn't secure in their gifts until somebody discovered them or seen them as worthy. So they assume that's the only way that somebody can even have shit. So they're willing to knock them all the way down just to say that that's where you're supposed to be. And God said, no, I will not. I can take whatever I bless you with. What do you mean? You will fall from grace first, right? And somebody trying to manipulate the energy as if something was, it's worth, it's like, it's really childish, like sandbox energy. Like it's really giving like, like somebody on that. And everybody like, You really laughing by yourself, like, and there, it's really giving like somebody did that, and then they turn around and realize they were the only one laughing, and be like, y'all don't think it's funny, and they're like, no, we don't think that shit funny. We really don't. We really feel like that shit childish. Betrayal and reverse. Like, we really think that shit childish, honestly. Like, we don't think that shit cute, right? But maybe they got a certain position that makes them feel justified. So if they don't get it from the people around them, they try to find strangers to do it with, and they're like, even the people that they're watching this person fall. The only person that don't see them falling is them. With pleasure in reverse, they're like, you the only one find pleasure in this shit. We don't see any of that shit cute or funny to talk about somebody's circumstances. Like, bitch, didn't you just come out the hood too? This is somebody who came from the hood or came from a certain background, but then they get there and then they act like they don't know what that shit is. And you were like, I'm confused. Like, I thought that you said that. Did you just drive to the hood and deal and represent yourself that, or did you actually live there? Like, it's kind of like, oh, okay, I got it. It's kind of like, you know how when you watch music videos, right? You know who from the hood because they start they whole, like, the first music video usually be they in the hood because that's where they came from. Some people, or this a group of people, or somebody, or something, okay, can't let go of a situation about putting somebody in a situation because they want to make somebody look good and amplify themselves. This is how they glorify themselves. And they're like, did you just know somebody from the hood and just did something, or you really from there? Because we kind of confused on your motives here. Did you do it to fit in? That's the... Did you do it to fit in, or did you really do that? And so in their mind, they're thinking they got some type of leverage because they knew somebody there. And they didn't. That's why they're okay with doing that deal. Yeah, they do it to be praised. Like, maybe they have like a slim, like they might be slim thick or something like that, or fair skin or something like that. Okay, they got this thing. They think they're hiding what they're doing. That's what I'm. They think they're hiding what they're doing, but you could be dealing with a Virgo 12th house emotional energy. Yeah, they could be a mother themselves. And they're doing that. It's kind of like somebody is not... They rushed and did something towards you. You could be a mother figure. You might have 1 or 2 kids or something. They rushed and did something. And people are like... It's like people are walking away from what somebody... It's kind of like this type of person who, if you don't praise them, they will find a way to get you stuck and keep you stuck instead of living in the reality. Like this, they're not living in the reality. That's, yeah, secret reveal. Somebody's not living in reality. Secret reveal. Somebody's not living in the reality of here. Like this, oh, I seen this on this type person, right? Like, they have forgot so far of where they came from to the point where they don't know how to have a normal conversation. They don't know how to have a regular conversation. If they was around people who came from the struggle, they don't know how to have a... They're this type of person who, instead of saying, hey, I'm hungry, I want something to eat, they'll say, how do poor people eat? Like this person don't know how to have a normal conversation. They don't know how to lose they look. We can't... underneath sacred love, they, like I said, they don't know how delulu they look. And it's not funny. They literally look delulu with soul forgiveness. You chose soul forgiveness around a situation, and they chose to disconnect from their ancestors because the mask has been removed on what somebody was on, and people are speaking up surrounding the situation, like, girl or boy, bye, like, bye, Felicia. You tweaking. That's what I got. Somebody tweaking real hard. They tweaking. Yeah, somebody not at peace. Or people are, yeah, somebody's not at peace about a situation. Okay? Because somebody went out their way to end someone's success and block their new beginning. So when somebody picked that up on what somebody was doing, surrounded what somebody was, yeah, when somebody picked that up, because they could no longer hide what the hell they were doing, all of a sudden they wanted to make a community believe that that's not what they were on. But people saw what they were doing. Somebody was intentionally, they took their time and did something and made somebody's life a living hell surrounding a situation. But people didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people didn't know that that's what somebody was doing. So when somebody finally said, okay, bitch, it's kind of like you dealing with a bully, and you finally, okay, said something. You stood up for yourself surrounding something. Somebody who knew what was going on because they was part of the problem. Maybe they have a lot of power and that's why they did it. They are trying to flip the narrative as if somebody, it's kind of like you were up here and the person that was after you was down here. But you didn't make it no issue that that person was where they was at. You was just standing on business. So they worked diligently, just eating away at your energy, just eating away. You said nothing. They're eating away. You said nothing. Somebody in the background behind them were helping. So they might have sent them some help to catapult somebody else above you and to pull you down because this person stroked their ego more. Type shit. And so when you finally like, okay, bitch, let me knock that shit down real quick, bitch, because you got me fucked up. I work hard for mine. Just like you. But because I don't look like you, shape like you, or it's just something that you don't like about me, or maybe because I'm different, now all of a sudden you got a problem. And so people are saying the truth on what somebody was on because they're like, bitch, you didn't even know you were hexed. You was hexed too while you were doing the shit. You were just as the Lulu as the motherfucker that did it to you. While you was trying to catapult somebody else, the same person you try to bring down rescued your ass. So what the fuck you mean? And so that's why this person looked fucking delusional. That's why. Because they trying to make people believe that somebody who was already up there was just trying to take somebody else's shit. But in reality, you were helping somebody. You were helping this person nitpick at another person, only to find out that the very person that you try to nitpick at with your fake ass rescued your motherfucking ass surrounding a situation because you could have got your ass popped. That's what the fuck could have happened to you. Okay? But because you wanted your ego stroke. Because everybody ain't gonna let you play with their fucking money. I don't give a fuck what it is. Your ass was hexed just like the rest of the motherfuckers. Thinking because you wanted your image to be seen a certain way, only to find out if you actually, it's almost like somebody didn't know that people were laughing at them till they looked at something closely. They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at your motherfucking ass because it's really giving you played out surrounding something. And nobody's hearing it. But you're trying to make it look like it's materialistic. No, they're saying you're played the fuck out now. That's what they're saying. Secret removed. That whatever new beginning that somebody tried to put on somebody else made them look played the fuck out. Yeah, but they want to keep that cycle going. Even after a person grew from the situation, This could be somebody who in the industry, who might have did some form of healing work. And in all reality, they not even crossing to the next portal. Because somebody had to speak their truth surrounding whatever that was going on. They didn't see the signs, but the signs were there that people were happy that something happened. Because now they can move forward. This is... It's okay. Let's see, shall we? Shut down. Yeah, you gonna be dealing with an Empress in reverse. Yeah, High Priestess card. I'm on motherfucking point. High Priestess is here. Yeah. Not fit to be in no mental imprisonment about shit. By the King of Wands. Who magic backfired surrounding some friends. They try to get a group of people or community to think a certain way, when in all reality, that shit wasn't working. A high priest is not in their head about a King of Wands surrounding anything. Okay? It's really giving like somebody threw everything off balance for some friends. When something wouldn't even mean it wasn't even designed for something to keep going. An Empress in reverse copped out of a situation. Only leaving their ass hanging. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles to this High Priest. Yeah, King of Swords stepped in the situation. Why? Because they see someone's strength surrounding something. Yeah. Somebody's not trying to sleep with someone. That's why somebody looks delulu. Okay? They look delusional as hell. Yeah. They put their own self in a hangman position doing that shit. It's almost like somebody thought they was putting you on hold, but end up with a Ten of Cups in reverse. They end up sacrificing their own damn family. That's what they did. You sacrificed your family for some friends. Dumbass shit. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. Over a lie. Now that cycle has ended. It's like somebody had kids and a family and all this type of stuff. Empress in reverse grabbed all their shit and got the fuck on down surrounding whatever somebody kept trying to do. Like, oh, hell no, y'all ain't gonna do that shit to me. Could have been dealing with a Scorpio. They like, y'all ain't finna do that shit to me. Left this motherfucker hanging. Thinking they was gonna do, no, hell no. They like, no. Tell the truth, okay? Tell the truth. Yeah. An Empress was not punishing anybody surrounding something in the unknown. But what they did do was catapult a Libra energy to stop somebody from shining. Yeah, that was unsuccessful, what somebody was trying to do. Somebody was trying to flip the narrative, like, yeah, I bet you I can say that you a lie. No, bitch. You're not the Empress in this situation. No. Because you, whoever this Libra energy is, was trying to stop somebody from shining. Yeah, that was unsuccessful, baby. Yeah, try again with somebody else, baby daddy. Okay? Because somebody was in their feelings surrounding the situation. It's almost like somebody like, I bet you I can win your man, but the man don't fucking want them. It was like somebody was fighting a battle that didn't exist. So when somebody told their ass, quit fucking playing with me, somebody in the background behind them who was hexed the fuck out themselves, trying to help them, say that, no, they were right. No. You and that person is wrong. You played the fuck out and they were wrong for what the fuck they did. Yeah. Somebody thought they had the upper hand surrounding something. No, you didn't. You was just impulsive. That's what the fuck you did. Nobody feeling that shit at all. Yeah. Whatever magic that somebody tried to do behind the background, in the background, okay, only did weaken the situation. That shit weak as fuck. Yeah, judgment. It didn't work? No, it didn't. Because you manipulated somebody's money to move forward. That's what the fuck you did. And everybody sees that. But you know they gotta speak in parables in order for some people to get it. And they know that some people weren't gonna get that. But you fucking with the right one. But let go of control issues in reverse and give your relationship a chance. This person is not letting someone go. No matter how you flip that narrative, what type of magic you try to do, try to say somebody, no, that person don't want them. And if I find out somebody is behind the scenes trying that shit, knowing damn well they was wrong in the first fucking place, I'm gonna beat your ass after I slap the fuck out of that hoe. Type shit. Mind your fucking business. Yeah. We have religious factors, true love in reverse. Somebody thought that a belief system determines what's love and what's not. But somebody trusts somebody's way of thinking. That's what somebody in with separation. They not going no motherfucking where with wedding in reverse. This is somebody who they not married to. They might just have kids together. They not going no fucking where no matter what the hell you do. You trying to dominate somebody's energy? You a feminine. I'm really getting a feminine. Two feminines. One got a high social status and the other one probably do what I do. They trying to flip the narrative. No, he's trying to control the situation. No, you can't dominate. No matter how many feminine energy it is, you cannot dominate a masculine energy. If a masculine feels some type of way, that's what the fuck it is. Because if they feel like there's another nigga somewhere, it's a problem. I don't know what part they not getting. Meaning, you better did all that shit there, got these two people together, and this bitch find herself in the house by her motherfucking self. Why? Because he wondering what the fuck somebody else doing. You done did all that shit and that shit didn't fucking work. They still don't want that motherfucker. They could be in the same household. You done did all that shit because you wanted to catapult another bitch. All because you thought somebody wanted to see what your nigga on, hope for some friends. Sacrifice your family to help a bitch that wasn't looking out for you. That's how dumb delulu you sound. Like I said, somebody's manifesting someone. They not hearing that shit. They not hearing that shit. I guess somebody wanted to make it seem like it was me that was like that. Somebody wanted someone to feel hopeless about love. Well, since it's not working, it's kind of like, I know y'all heard this shit before. This happened a lot in the feminine energy, where they be out they friends or something like that, and that's why most niggas don't like they gals with single friends. They go out there with they friends or something like that. Confirmation. They learn the friend be like, hey, that nigga want to talk to you. Go and talk to him. Get his number. You can talk to him for a while. Just go and do it. Go and do it. And you like, nah, man, I ain't really. Just talk to him. I mean, it might, y'all ain't gotta, go on, man. Go and talk to him. And somebody trying to get a masculine in that energy. Because they see the masculine more as a star than they do as they see the feminine in something. They feel like the feminine should be off being a hoe or something like that versus the masculine and the feminine that they chose for something. Only to find out that the way this person is, it's almost like somebody knows someone's mindset. You gonna get this motherfucker in a situation to get her ass beat because he really didn't want her in the first fucking place, because that's how that shit turned to mess. That shit can turn domestic real fast. When a motherfucker chose up on a bitch they didn't really want. They ain't gonna put their hand on the woman that they want. But they ain't gonna think twice about a bitch they don't want. As soon as. Why would you put somebody in a situation like that? Toxic as fuck. That's why your ass played out. Yeah. We got sibling. I don't cheat. I just stopped fucking with you. Okay? Yeah. Sibling stepped in on the situation because somebody like, man, look, this person really love whoever this is. Okay? Spiritual psychopath. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. Alright? So maybe at one point in time they didn't even get along with, the sibling probably didn't get along with that person that somebody didn't care for anyway. But they be honest, they're like, man, I ain't even gonna sit here and hold you. This person really want this person. I done try to figure it out my damn self. Yeah, past ain't had nothing to do with it. Yeah, first lady of the church temple stepped in on the situation. Some surrounding somebody, maybe they got a fro or something like that. He or she had locks and braids that came in reverse. Maybe maybe they not bald headed with low cut. Maybe they got a fro or something. Somebody, they put their 2 cents in a situation, and somebody like, if you don't get the fuck away from somebody, if you don't save yourself and get the fuck away from somebody, save yourself. We got radio station, 8th house energy. Okay, something surrounding 8th house energy did not surround someone at a radio station. Okay, or somebody who worked at a radio station didn't know that somebody was doing that. Yeah, with the spiritual community, somebody was manipulating the spiritual community to get people to believe a certain way about someone, so they can be okay with putting somebody else with someone else type thing. But it's only because there is possibly a masculine. They might have a fro or something like that with Leo or Gemini 12th house North Node energy, trying to manipulate a situation to go a certain way. And somebody sibling telling this person, like, if you don't get the fuck out this situation, like ASAP, okay? If you don't get out, it's really giving that Virgo energy, the Virgo reading I did on Saturn's Empire, where they say, who is all these people? Okay? Somebody ready to put somebody fired completely the fuck out if they don't stop doing whatever the fuck that they're doing. Okay? They not playing. Yeah. Somebody do not have an STD. What I say? Plan to flip the reading, final destination, it's going to happen anyway. I'm telling you, somebody is trying to delay a situation. And they're like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out, I could be talking to a masculine. A masculine telling another masculine, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out this situation, shit gonna get real for you. So quit trying to flip the shit and let shit be. Power couple at the bottom of the deck. Damn, you're such a sweetheart. I love your vibe. Somebody just don't want it. They want to make it come up like, I just don't want to be binded to that nigga or something like that. That's what it's giving. Hello. It's a masculine. Maybe they share similar placement as a feminine, and they're like, I just don't want to be binded to that nigga. They got a problem with the dude, or they got a problem with whoever somebody got kids with, or they got a problem with somebody that somebody had dealings with. So they're trying to prevent somebody from ever dating, because then they'll have more control over the situation, whether it's their vehicle or their livelihood or something. And somebody like, if you don't get the fuck out this situation real quick, I'm telling you, it's really, oh my God. You know what? That's why the radio station popped up in reverse. Somebody trying to put the blame off on somebody who works at. So let's just say somebody at a radio station had a problem with a problem with a certain group or culture or something like that. Somebody who might do like may have a fro or may have Leo, Gemini. They're trying to cloak their energy behind somebody who works at a radio station to go about something a certain way to continue some type of friction between two different. It's like they the same culture, but they have different levels of diversity. Like let's just say it's kind of like saying let's just say somebody had an issue with somebody in the past. I use a perfect scenario, right? Remember when Birdman was like, he came up to the radio station on Hot 98 and told Charlamagne, put some respect on my name. There's somebody who's trying to cloak their energy behind another person with possibly the same similar charts or same placements or something like that, to go about it the same way, surrounded with somebody have kids with or something, to keep some type of friction going. And people are seeing through that shit because but the only difference is they're not doing it with people who has the same status, right? They're doing it with somebody family dynamic. They trying to keep two people away from each other to make it come up to take somebody else's place in something. So this could be money related. Somebody trying to do something to take somebody else's job by keeping some shit like that going. Right? Another thing I'm getting, it was a feminine energy that was helping a reader surrounding a situation to decrease someone's followers or something like that and catapult somebody else, so it'd be somebody else to be with that person. But that person was just gonna be in some rough ass shit. They didn't know they was gonna be in some shit, and they was gonna say shout out to you. That'll be their last words in the courtroom. Shout out to such and such, bitch. Yeah, I did it for you, ho. This bitch had to go, type shit. Somebody was gonna shout their ass out in the courtroom. Like, what are your last words? That bitch. Thanks to her. Yeah. So yeah, somebody need to let that shit go. All right. I hope this message helped you. Y'all be blessed.